powerful tool. I switched my mindset to get excited about social media. I am obsessed and I love creating content. New identity equals a new habits. That is so powerful. Everything we want in the world, because when good people make money, people want success. They want fame. They want power. They want followers. The biggest thing about creating viral content,
focus on hitting your goals in every area of your business. Remember, the universe rewards the bold. A leader has to take the risk. How did you get involved in all this social media stuff? Like, when did it all start for you, and why did it start, and why did you get so fired up about it and excited about it?
well, great question. So I got started in social media about 12 years ago. I really, really wanted to make something of my business and of my life. And I realized that social media is the most powerful tool that you can use to grow a absolutely explosive brand on social media and an explosive brand in the world. And so I was just like, hey, I need to master this. I need to learn this. This is the keys to everything that I want in my life. And so I just spent years studying it, and here we are.
All right. How old were you when you started doing social media, by the way? Like, when was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, I can go to my social media. Everyone go follow me, send me a message, and I will follow you, message you back. So I started, probably about a decade ago. And I realized that success is trial and error. And social media is figuring out what lights you on fire and showcasing that. Because if you're trying to talk about something that you're not passionate about, the audience will feel that imposter syndrome. The audience will feel that stuckness. The audience will feel the resistance that you have. And so if you want to grow on social media, you need to talk about things and showcase things that light you on fire. Because if it lights you on fire, it is going to light them on fire. Why? Because energy and emotions are contagious. And so when I first started posting on social media and I started blowing up on social media, I didn't know what I wanted to post about. I was like, I don't know, do I want to post about mindset or marketing or overcoming challenges or ethical persuasion psychology? And what I was like, I was stuck. And what I had to do is I had to fire myself up about what I was talking about. I had to go into my own life outside of social media and get myself into the right mindset. I had to get myself obsessed with the topics that I talk about on social media. And that's really what was the biggest game changer for me.
And so you talk about manufacturing social proof. You talk about social proof a lot. Okay. So how did you do that? And is there a line like, cause people feel like, okay, I don't want to lie about where I'm at, but then there is a piece of like, do you fake it till you make it? Is there, where does that line kind of get blurred? Where is it ethical? Where, talk to us about that.
Such a good question. You do not fake it till you make it. You just freaking make it. You literally just become somebody worth following. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to go post this on Instagram. I'm going to be like, me and Daniel just did a podcast. It was fire. Go check it out. I'm going to tag you. I'm not faking that. I'm not faking that me and you just did a podcast. I also just got casted for Canada's most viral dating show. I'm not faking. I'm not pretending I'm going on a dating show. I'm literally doing it. And here's the key, Daniel, is you need to go and create opportunities. Oh my gosh, write this down, you guys. I'm getting fired up already, 5 minutes in. You have to go and create opportunities that make you somebody worth following. You have to go out and create social proof that positions you as the authority. You don't lie about it. You don't falsify it. You don't make it up. You go and create opportunities and then you showcase it. So you're showcasing the truth. And when you start banking all of these opportunities and all of these stages pages and podcasts and things that are positioning you as the expert in your niche, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, Brittany's on a new stage, a new podcast. She's emceeing every other day. What's going on with her? If everybody else is following her, if everybody else is listening to her, what is she talking about? That's going to spark curiosity. And then that's when you get the momentum. It's not faking it, it's creating the opportunities.
And so you started kind of in that world of pageants and reality TV. You were on like The Bachelor, weren't you?
I was.
You were on The Bachelor, right? So it's like season 6 or something like that. Is that right?
Long time ago.
Long time ago. So what was that stuff? Do you feel like that really helped you in your career?
I mean, definitely. I think that, again, it's creating opportunities for yourself. When you're on national television, when you are on all the stages, when you're on all the podcasts, when you're signing books, when you are launching books, when you are going and doing appearances on TV shows, when you are collaborating and co-hosting and co-facilitating, that is what builds your brand as an authority. You do not, this is so important. You do not build your brand as an authority by sitting at home and letting opportunities pass you by. You create opportunity by going out into the marketplace, by getting on the stages, by getting on the podcast, by showcasing to the world opportunities that you are mastering. It's not about faking it. It's about creating the opportunities and showcasing them on social media to position yourself as an expert. And that is how you get clients. And that is how you grow. And that is how you build social proof and authority, which is the key to your success.
Wow, you are on fire this morning. Shit, Red Bull, man.
Every day, baby, every day.
Red Bull this morning. I'm excited. You're getting me fired up. No, it's interesting because I was just on my coaching program, Wealth on the Beach Club this morning. I do every Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I was talking about exactly what you're talking about right now. We are, most of us in sales or, you're building an entrepreneur. We're in the inspiration business. You have to go create it, go build it, go do it, go live it. That way people want to be a part of it. They want to see it. They want to experience it. They want to be a part of what's so exciting that you're doing right now. And when you sit at home on your couch, watching Netflix every night, not work, not talking to anybody, not building relationships, not prospecting, not meeting new people, then you're missing opportunities. And so I love how we were like, all right, man, can I get you on this morning? Let's rock and roll. Made it happen. And a lot of people, they don't think like that. They're like, let's just do it next week. Let's just do it tomorrow. When you think about though, the community, because you're building right now a community of YVR Entrepreneurs Club, right? And is this kind of what you're doing right now?
I actually help people show up powerfully online. And so we live in the age of attention. Like we are shifting as a society to an age of attention. Attention is what is making people money. Instagram isn't making people money. The people that follow the person on Instagram is making person money. And so knowing that, you need to know that you need to master the art of social media. If you want to grow on social media, if you want to get clients, if you want to transform people's lives, you have to have eyeballs on you. And you need to show up powerfully. You need to say yes to every single opportunity in the beginning. And you need to go create those opportunities. That is the biggest mistake that people are making is they are waiting for opportunities. They are waiting for people to contact them. They are waiting for people to be like, hey, do you want to come on my stage? No, you need to go out there and get it. You need to go out there and build that momentum. And once you start building that momentum, then people will start reaching out to you. Then people will be begging you to get on their stages of thousands of people. But most people aren't there yet. They need to switch their mindset to waiting for opportunities, waiting for their big break. And they need to go out and create their big break. They need to go out there and get in the DMs. They need to go out there and post daily. And I made a post about this today, which I want everyone to go to my Instagram at Brittany Michalchuk and look at this post. And I was talking about how You have to go out and make those opportunities happen. You can't sit back. It is one of the most important things to master. And if you do this, everything in your life will be different. People will treat you differently. Opportunities will come. The lifestyle that you desire, the success and the status and the fame, because not a lot of people will say it, but it's true. People want success. They want fame. They want power. They want followers. And if you want that, you have to go out and work for it. And you have to switch your mindset into when is things going to happen to me to how can I do this for me? And the one single thing that you can do to make this happen, the biggest thing you can do, I'm going to tell everyone the biggest life hack, the biggest secret to make it happen is to do one thing, Daniel. There's one thing that you must get so good at if you want to blow up on social media and make a lot of money, if you want to expand your brand to the wildest version of your vision board and dream life. It is this. You need to message people. You need to get in people's DMs. You need to get in the DMs of the stages you want to be on. You need to get in the DMs of the podcast that you want to be on. You need to get into the DMs of the people you want to collaborate with. You need to spend every single day, Daniel. I am not kidding you. I block off 1 hour to get into people's DMs to create opportunities. And when I started doing that, everything shifted because then all these opportunities started coming in. People kept saying yes. I kept saying yes. And now all these opportunities have created this magnetic brand on social media for me where now the momentum is people are coming to me. So important. You have to get in the DMs, message, email, Instagram message, text message people an hour a day. And all you're doing for an hour a day is in your brain being like, what opportunities can I create to build my brand? What opportunities can I create to make money? What opportunities can I create to leverage other people's audience? And your entire business will absolutely transform.
Wow. I think it's amazing. I mean, what you're saying, like you realize how lucky all of the new generation of entrepreneurs are. I mean, do you realize, Brittany, I used to sit in my car for hours and hours and hours just calling people, calling like individual people. And I could call maybe in those couple of hours, I can maybe call, 20 or 30 people or something like that. By the time you have the conversation, by the time you have to dial the phone number and do these things. I mean, I've been in business for 30 years. And so how lucky this new generation of builders and entrepreneurs are. I mean, you get to DM people for an hour. I mean, you realize you could DM 100 people in an hour. I mean, there's so much more productivity, not to mention it's unlimited amounts of people. All you got to do is find out the niche that you want to be a part of and the people that you want to talk to. And then you just target that target market of people that you want to be in their environment. Next thing you know, you start becoming friends with these people. And once you become friends and they like you and trust you, then they want to give you opportunities. And so that's when I think life changes for an entrepreneur. Do you agree with that?
Yes. Speaking of opportunities, I have my videographer right here, Paul, and he's getting behind the scenes footage of this podcast interview so that I can brand myself on social media, so that I can take this opportunity, Daniel, and showcase it on my social media to build a brand. And this is what I'm talking about. You need to capitalize. Okay, guys, write this down. There are 2 things that you need to do. There's 2 things that you need to do to grow your brand powerfully on social media. Number 1, you need to get the opportunities by either reaching out to people and creating the opportunities, or once your brand is big enough, the opportunities are going to come to you. You say yes to every single good opportunity. The second thing you need to do is showcase it on your social media. So like I said, I have my personal videographer right here getting content for me so that I can showcase it on social media, so that you don't just waste those opportunities. So you don't just know, oh, I just posted an Instagram story of us on a podcast. I'm going to put it in my B-roll. I'm going to put it in my reels. I'm going to repost it on my story. I'm going to repost on my wall. So every single thing you do that is conveying to the audience that you are the authority has to be showcased on your social media. Because if you are in the transformation space, the coaching space, if you want to be an author, a thought leader, if you want to do any of that, you have to make sure that you are building a brand. And to do that, it needs to be showcased. You need to show that you are creating the results that you are teaching and talking about. So get the opportunities and then showcase them through powerful content. Which we should also talk about is content. If you want to grow your brand in the 21st century, like I said, people are not going to the yellow pages to find you as a transformational coach. They are looking at your brand on social media. So you need to be paying attention to that and be obsessed with that. I spend hours and hours, Daniel, every single day creating content. Hours every single day creating content. If I'm driving by myself, I'm thinking about viral hooks. If I'm literally cleaning, I'm thinking about content that I can create. If I'm going for a walk, I am getting ideas and writing down content from my next reel. If you want to be successful, you have to become obsessed with your goals. And right now and forever, I am obsessed with creating content. And that is why my social media is blowing up right now. I'm not just like, oh, I'm going to post sometimes. I'm going to post every single day, because there are people that need me and there are people that need you. And it is a massive form of disrespect when you have a superpower that helps people and you are not showcasing it. So if you want to actually change people's lives, you have to create content on social media, because content is how you reach people.
And I think that your superpower is the consistency. I was telling my team yesterday that I've posted like 8,500 posts on my Instagram. Yes, I think it's 8,500 posts on my Instagram. Now, the first probably 10 years of me being on. I think I joined in 2009 Facebook, and so that's almost 20 years, not quite, but a long time. But the first, half of me doing it, I didn't really know what I was doing. And I think that let's kind of shift a little bit to make sure people are posting the right content and give them some kind of ideas. I want you to dive a little bit deeper into what are people doing wrong on social media, and how could they get it right? Because for me, like my whole first 10 years of being on social media, I was just posting other people's stuff, and I was posting quotes, and I was posting just like stuff that didn't matter, other people's videos and things like that. So, and I see that so often, where instead of you building your own brand, you're building somebody else's brand. And that never made, it made sense to me in the beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. But once I started to figure it out, I'm going, wait a minute, this is my brand. So it's my video. People want to hear me talk just like they want to hear you talk, and everybody else that's watching this right now. We want to see you. We want to see your behind the scenes. We want to see what you're doing during the day. We want to see what your life looks like. We want to see you building your business, and we want to be a part of that journey. And so share it with us. Don't hide it from us. Some of the entrepreneurs that are successful, years ago, I decided that I wasn't afraid to tell people how much money I make, where I lived. I just, how I traveled and things like that. I wanted people to be a part of my life. And it's kind of like, that just goes with the territory. If you want to build a brand on social media, you're going to have to get people, you're going to have to be okay with people being a part of your life. And if you're uncomfortable with that, then, go get a job at the post office or something like that. You don't have to do social media. You don't have to build a brand. But if that's your desire, then you might want to do it right. So Brittany, dive us deep a little bit into what are people doing wrong? What are people doing right? And how do we get great at this process?
The biggest thing that people are doing wrong on social media right now is being a watered down version of themselves out of fear about what people think. And I know this because this is when my entire brand exploded to the moon. I started just quadrupling my engagement. I started quadrupling my revenue. I started just exploding on social media. My DMs became a wildfire of opportunities when I did this one thing. I stopped caring what people thought about me. I stopped caring before I posted, oh, what if this offends people? When I post, I just post what's on my mind. I post what's on my heart. And when I started posting authentically and unapologetically, and I stopped posting from a filter of, are there going to be haters? Is this going to offend people? Is this politically correct? My Instagram exploded. Why? Because people don't want a filtered, watered down, unauthentic version of you. They don't want it. They don't want content that doesn't fire them up. If you want to fire people up, you have to speak bold. You have to speak unapologetic. You have to speak the truth. And unfortunately, the truth sometimes offends people. So if you want to grow on social media, stop posting from a lens of, is this going to get me likes? And start posting from a lens of, is this going to change somebody's lives? Is the truth going to speak so deeply into the souls of my target demographic that it is going to move them into taking a new action? And when you start posting bold and you start posting with fire and you start posting your true thoughts, everything is going to change.
All right. A lot of influencers push sex, right? I mean, sex sells. And so I always like to try to dive into this, especially if you have a model or, pageants or, obviously you're kind of in that beauty space. And so some people look at you and they go, well, that's easy for you, Brittany, because you're pretty. So what about other people that may not be in that space or don't understand that space? What are some of the things that they could be doing? And is it true that is it easier for people that, that have more beauty than someone else? And, are you just lucky? That's what people are going to be saying. They're going to look at you and they go, well, she's just lucky that, that's why her brand is bigger because of this and that, whatever. So what's your thoughts on that?
Daniel, that is the biggest excuse I have ever heard in my life. That is literally what people will say to stay stuck. That is literally an excuse that they will use so they don't have to take action. To say Brittany's only growing because of the way she looks is literally a comfort zone for people to stay small, for people not to show up. There are so many people on social media that speak their truth that do not look the quintessential way that society wants them to. And so, yes, people say that. I've heard that before. I have literally heard that from people before saying, oh, well, only influencers grow on social media. That is a lie. The people that are growing on social media are the people that are consistent. The people that are growing on social media are the people that are showing up. The people that are growing on social media are the people that are putting in the time to master content. You just need to learn one skill. If you want to grow on social media, you don't have to look a specific way. You need to learn how to create content. You need to learn how to go viral. You need to learn how to do talking head content, how to organize your thoughts so you sound articulate and intelligent and motivating and inspiring. And that comes from practice. That doesn't come from the way you look. And if you want to tell yourself that, you need to be honest that that is an excuse and you need to get real with yourself. You need to stop making excuses and you need to start making powerful content. Do that and your entire life will change.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people don't realize that some of the most viral people right now are like old grandma and like grandpas. People are just like, they're telling their life. They're letting you into their life. So why are people so afraid? And you gave us the answer already. I just want to remind everybody that the answer is you all worry way too much about what other people think about you. You're lessening your life because you're worrying about somebody that, and by the way, I've been in business for 30 years. And you know how many people have quit on me? I'm in a business that we've recruited thousands and thousands of people. So many people have quit on me. So many people have given up on me. I've had more rejection. I've been told no more times than anybody would ever want to be told no or be rejected. And the truth is, that's why I win. Right. That's why I was able to become financially independent by 28, is because I was willing to go through the rejection. I was willing to talk to everybody. I was willing to do everything that was necessary, regardless of the fact that people laughed at me. People said bad things about me behind my back. They used to say, "Oh, are you a millionaire yet, Daniel? When are you going to be making that millions, man?" When I was young, when I was 21, 22, 23 years old, people were making fun of me because I was trying to be somebody. I was trying to create something. I was trying to build something. And so if you allow those people, to make you feel bad because you're trying to be somebody, because you're trying to create something in your life, remember, those people are not really your friends. Those people are not, they shouldn't be in your life. And you know what's interesting? After all these years, what I've found out is that the greatest relationships that I have in my life right now are with people that are go-getters. They're winners, they're doers, they're fighters. And by the way, they've gone through all the negative shit. They've gone through all the rejection. So they respect your hustle. And so you got hustle, Brittany. Tell me, what's one of the craziest things that you were, again, you've done social media forever. You've been on The Bachelor. You've been in pageants. You've been, in different reality shows. You're going on to another reality show. What's some of the craziest things that you've ever saw? Maybe tell us a story about some of the things that people will do to try to get attention, to try to create that viral moment.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing about creating viral content is you have to understand what is shareable content. If you want to grow on social media, you need to be relatable. You need to be speaking life into the hearts and the souls of your target demographic. You need to be real. You need to be authentic. And that comes from understanding what is something that people feel as well and creating that type of content. And that is really, really powerful content to create. The viral content that you see are things that resonate with you. It's things that move you to your core. They make you laugh. They make you cry. It's something that you want to share. And so if you want to grow on social media, aim to create shareable content. Aim to create content that moves people. If you're posting pictures of the view and your dogs and your matcha latte from Starbucks, that is not going to make you go viral. That is not going to build your brand. That is not positioning you as the authority. Stop posting pictures of your matcha lattes on social media. It's not doing anything for you. Are you Starbucks? No. Stop doing it. Post content that positions you as the authority. Post content that moves people. Post content that's relatable and that people are like, yes, I want to root for this person. Post content that makes you the hero of another person's story so they can rally behind you. If you want to build the most powerful, moving brand on social media in the 21st century, you have to become the hero of other people's stories. They have to see themselves through you. They have to see inspiration and hope through your journey. Give people somebody to cheer for, and your business and your brand will explode.
And it's interesting because I just posted a picture of my Starbucks coffee. So I'm definitely not doing this shit right. All right. So I still got a lot of work to do, everybody. What I do know, though, is that you'd be surprised at my most viral posts on social media, on Instagram, were tweets, were just like tweets that I had, copied and pasted into a picture in Instagram. And what's crazy about that, and what's interesting about it, is the fact that it's shareable, and everybody shares that content like crazy. And of course, my demographic are people that are in financial services, and I own a financial services company. And so, of course, we're always talking about money and investments and things like that. And of course, my clients and my potential clients, they look at me as the authority, just like you were saying, as somebody that knows about money, that understands money, that knows how to grow money, compound it. I mean, built a net worth of over $20 million. That's the way my audience sees me. And so, believe it or not, I think that a lot of people need to start getting creative and start thinking, okay, what knowledge do I have? And I need to start sharing that knowledge. Doesn't need to necessarily be in Brittany style, in Daniel Alonzo style. I'm a little bit more of an A personality. You're definitely an A+ personality. And so
I'm something, Daniel.
It's for sure. There's no question about that. You're definitely my most enthusiastic and exciting guest that I've ever had. By the way, I've been doing this since 2018. I haven't missed a week since 2018. I've been interviewing guests. I've interviewed almost 300 guests so far. And this is your second time on, by the way, Brittany. You're one of the only people I've had on twice. So God bless you for that. You were one of my first guests way back when. And but what's crazy about it is that, people that feel like a little bit more shyer, maybe they're not an A personality, you could share stuff, just your wisdom, even through words. If you share it in an interesting way, people want to read it. People want to share that content. It could be pretty, but it's got to come from you. Stop sharing stuff all the time about everybody else. I do it sometimes because I feel it, and I, want to share other people's wisdom as well. But I try to put as much of my wisdom out there as possible. And I think that's where people sometimes don't get it. Do you think that women need to lean a little bit more into their femininity and sexuality in branding, or does that dilute the authority? I mean, how do you feel about that?
What a question. Do women need to lean into their femininity in posting content? This has been a subject I've studied for a long time. And I used to really struggle with this because, I mean, if you're this far in the podcast, I'm sure you can tell I'm a pretty alpha personality, and I go for it. I stop at nothing. I have energy. I'm assertive. I do not take no for an answer. Like, I just go for it. I love making money. I love talking about success, and I am just that person. And so this is something that I used to really kind of wonder, do I need to lean more into my femininity? And I've struggled in relationships because of it. I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. But what I realized is I needed to be so true to myself, that I am alpha. I am a go-getter. I do come off with this powerful, intense energy that, yes, my exes have told me I'm too much. But you know what? I am so comfortable being me now and showing up like that online. Before, when I was trying to twist and contort into this quiet, feminine, let the person lead, all this stuff that I've read every single book. I've listened to every single podcast, every single thing about femininity, and it's just not me. It's just not me. And when I try and show up online with somebody I'm not, it feels inauthentic. And when I've just embraced myself, I know that I'm a lot. I know that I'm intense. And I know that I am not for everyone. And I am finally okay with that. I just love myself. I love spending time by myself, and I am just myself on social media now. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. And when you give yourself full authentic permission to just be yourself and not try and be masculine, not try and be feminine, but you are you, you will find your tribe. There are some people that aren't going to resonate with my message because I am assertive. I am like, get up, you're being lazy, stop making excuses, you're being a little, you know what I mean? And there are some people that are soft and are very magical and they flow when they speak, and that works for them. They will find their tribe. It is not for me or for anyone else to tell you how to show up on social media. Show up you, and you being authentic will attract your tribe. You speaking your truth will attract the right people to you. Do that and you will see a result that you will enjoy.
Yeah, I love this because, I mean, you know, look, I mean, every politician is going to have like 50% of the people hate them and 50% of the people love them. I mean, it's just, you know, it's crazy to me because I understand politics really well. I follow politics pretty closely. And it's wild to me when I'm listening to this idiot politician speak and he's got like all this crowd of people around him. And I'm like, who would ever listen to this idiot? This guy like knows nothing. He's a total, you know, idiot. But somebody loves the guy. Somebody thinks he's amazing. And it goes the same way in social media. Somebody's going to love you. Somebody's going to hate you. Who gives a shit? So look, I mean, some people, I remember my mom got mad at me one time because I said the F word on one of my posts. And I'm just, you know, I try not to cuss all the time, but if I feel it's in the right context, I love to say fuck, right? I love to say shit. I love to, you know, like that's just me. That's who I am. That's how I talk in real life. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, what's going on? How are you? That I can't believe this shit. What's going on? We got to do better. You know, that's total bullshit, you know, whatever. So I'm okay with that. And some people listen to me and they go, oh my God, he's the friggin', like, you need to stay away from that guy. I can't believe he's dirt, you know, potty mouth, right? And then some people go, I totally get him, man. I totally understand what he's talking about. It's freaking amazing. This guy is awesome. He's, you know, total stud. And so, yeah, what you're saying is absolutely, totally spot on. Let's get real though. How many DMs do you get every day that are actually for business? And how many do you get of just a bunch of guys hitting on you? I got to know.
I mean, I think that when you grow on social media, you're going to get both ends of the coin. In regards to what you were talking about, I think that is truly the biggest thing that holds people back is they're so scared of getting haters. They're so scared of people not liking them. And I want to ask you, where in your life, where in your childhood did you learn that it was not okay to speak your truth? Where in your life did you learn to dim your sparkle so people would like you? Because wherever that was, you need to throw it away and you need to relearn how to be, how to speak your truth, how to show up powerfully and not give a crap about what people think about you. Because you caring about what people think about you is ruining your life and ruining your business. It is ruining your brand. Caring about what people think about you is making you play small. It's making you not show up. It's making you not speak your truth. It's making you not be who God put you on earth to be. And when you become unapologetically you and you stop believing the lie that you shouldn't be yourself and you stop believing the haters and the best friend who told you were too much and the ex-boyfriend who told you were too loud and the ex-teacher that told you had too much energy. And when you stop believing that bullshit and you focus on being confident and knowing who the heck you are going to be the leader that God made you to be. Because you cannot lead from fear. You cannot lead from the lens of worrying about what people think. And you cannot lead when you are busy worrying about haters. You can only lead when you have strength and power and conviction in who you are and why God put you on earth. And that is why I am such an advocate of owning your truth, being confident and not caring about what people and what haters think about you. I'm sorry, but I don't see successful people hating on successful people most of the time. I see the losers, the ones that live in their parents' basements, the ones that wish they had the success that these people had. They're the ones that are the internet trolls. They're the ones that are trying to drag you down. Successful people don't hate on successful people. Successful people want to align themselves with successful people because they're smart. It's the stupid ones that are hating on successful people instead of going out and creating the results for themselves. If you have time to sit there and hate on somebody who's doing it and making it, you need to stop posting hate comments on Instagram and go to the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror, and wonder who made you so angry, who made you so angry to not like your life, to not take action, to not show up powerfully, and to not work hard to get the results that you desire in the other person. Don't get me fired up. I'm a little passionate about that.
So I'm going to send this podcast to all of your new dates that you're going to go on your new show. We need to send this to them to say, all right, this is what you're getting yourself into. Are you prepared? So what happens on this show? What's this show about? What do you got to do? And what is how is this ever going to work? Like what guy is going to want an assertive woman like you that kicks their ass all day telling them, get out of bed. Let's go fucking work out. Let's get the job done. We're going to make money today. All right. So come on. What's this show all about anyways? What's happening?
Yeah, I guess it's
and are you going to be a little bit nice to him sometimes? I mean, like, how is he going to handle this?
Well, I don't know. It's not my problem. It's his problem.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a show. It's a viral dating show. It's the most viral dating show in Canada right now. Some of their posts are getting like 10 million views. 5 million views, 3 million views, like all of their posts are getting over like about 70 to 150,000 views per post that they're making right now on Instagram. And yeah, it should be interesting. I hope I don't say something wild because that's something I would do, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think you're going to say something wild. There's no question you're going to say something wild, but like what do you got to go on dates with a bunch of people and then they film it or something? Is it like,
no,
is it
so
all live or
it's called Love or Duck. You can go look them up on Instagram or YouTube. Love or Duck. And you have a duck, and if you want to date the person, you hold on to the duck. Okay. But if you don't want to date the person, you throw the duck on the ground and it makes a quacking noise. Wow. And so it is just going so viral because people are it's basically not really like a love show. It's kind of like a rejection show.
Yeah, okay.
And all the responses, because after somebody throws the duck down, the host goes up to them and said, why did you throw your duck down? Why wouldn't you date?
So you're just like, you're hitting them right.
So I'm going into the lion's den, you guys. Like I'm just like going into the lion's den with like a bunch of like fresh chicken.
Okay. And
it's gonna be interesting. It's more of like a comical thing
dating show. It's like a comical dating show. So now
it's gonna be interesting.
So they're basically like they want to get reactions.
It's a reaction
of like, why did you not want to date this person kind of thing?
And some people say the most outrageous things. Like that's the stuff that's going the most viral right now. Right. Is not people being like, oh, I didn't choose you because like, I don't know. It's like the most insane reactions that people are like giving. And that's the stuff that's like, they film for like hours and hours and hours. And then they post the ones that are like the most crazy ones. And that's why it's just like millions and millions and millions of views right now.
Yeah, because people want to see wild. People want, and it is interesting though, right? I mean, let's think about this for a second.
It's relatable.
This world,
very relatable.
It's relatable, but it's also kind of like, I mean, it's kind of mean, probably, right? I mean, some people are probably mean to each other, right? So, I mean, look, let's be honest, right? Sex sells and negativity sells. Okay. I mean, that's the world we live in. Look, I post some amazing videos online. It's crazy. I post amazing videos online, but when I say stuff savage, it's like that goes through the roof. But Daniel,
That's what I'm talking about. When you say stuff that's savage, it's true, it's relatable, it's bold, it's uncensored. And that is what's going viral because that's what people want. People don't want to hear, be the change you want to see in the world. People don't want to hear, you're like the 5 people you surround yourself by. People want to hear something edgy, like, hey, I stopped talking to my best friend and it was the best thing that ever happened in my life. Why? You got to be careful about the 5 people you surround yourself by, X, Y, Z. Do you know what I mean? Like, people would rather get that punchline, that hook, that virality, that emotion that you can put behind all of the inspirational things, but it has to come with pizzazz. It has to come with spice. You can't be speaking to your camera and be boring. And that is why you see me, Daniel. I don't just run around and yell at people all day long, okay? I would be exhausted. I'm in on mode, Brittany. I'm telling you what I think, but I don't speak like this all the time. Like, this is more like my regular tone when I'm just like talking to people. But like, I don't know, do people really want to listen to me like talk like this, like for like an hour? Like, I feel like it would be a little bit boring. So when I'm on social media, I'm in on mode Brittany. And so you got to bring that pizzazz. You got to bring that punch. You got to bring that intensity. And I get told all the time, Brittany, you're so intense. But those are the people that it's a very marginalized community. It's a very like small, not marginalized. The word is, it's a very small community of people that don't like the intensity, but 95% of people like it. That's what makes me me. That's who I am. I am just like this. And you have to show up powerfully. You need to supercharge what you say and how you say it if you want to stop, if you want to grab people's attention. Because if I was just talking like this on social media all day long, just kind of like what I usually talk like, if I'm just like talking to my friend or something, that's not going to stop the scroll. You got to stop the scroll. So that's something that's really
my mentor of my life, one of the greatest mentors I ever had, he used to always say that 90% of winning is being excited. And again, it doesn't, and by the way, excited doesn't always mean loud. Like, you could excite somebody just with your eyes, with your eyes, the way you look at them, the way you, again, the intensity in your voice doesn't have to be loud, but the intensity, the seriousness, the belief, right? When people feel like you believe in something, they want to believe in it too. And so, but I love that because yes, I mean, some people are so damn boring. I went on a date one time and I was sitting there and she was so boring. And I was like, oh my God, like, what am I doing here? It was the most boring conversation I ever had in my life. And I think that people, you know, especially when you're dealing with social media, this is a form of entertainment. People want to be entertained. If they're scrolling, they want to be entertained. And then this is what people don't realize, okay? Because this is another angle that I want to maybe just talk about here, is the fact that when you have the eyeballs, that's where the money comes. Because I think some people think we're doing this just because we want to be famous or we want people to look at us or something like that. You understand? I mean, I have regional vice presidents today that I recruited from social media. And today I make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off of those couple people that I met because they watched me be excited on social media. And every single day, somebody's watching me and they're going, I kind of like that guy. I kind of like what he says. I kind of believe in what he's talking about. Maybe I'm going to reach out to him and ask him, hey, what do you do? How could I do what you do? And that's how we attract people. That's how we recruit. That's how we build teams. That's how we open up. I mean, I have 60 locations today. A lot of those locations came from somebody DMing somebody. That's millions of dollars that was created through this outlet called social media.
Yes, I am so happy you said that. And the reason why is because this is something, if you actually listen to what I'm going to say and you let it implant so deeply into your psyche, into every cell in your body, I promise you, your life will change and you will get to your dreams so much faster. You need to become obsessed with social media. You need to become obsessed with creating high quality content, and you need to become obsessed with figuring out what converts and what works on your social media. And here's the reason why. This is what I want people to really take note of. And this is what will change your life if you really truly embody this. You need to understand to the most intense degree how much your life would change if you mastered one skill. One skill, content. If you mastered one skill, posting consistently, posting high quality content, showing up powerfully on social media. I don't care if you have to take acting lessons, if you have to take voice lessons, if you have to hire a coach to become more confident, whatever you need to do to just master one skill. And that is content. Because if you do that, you will get to your goals. You will get clients. You will get opportunities. You will get staff. You will get so much money. You won't even know what to do with yourself, because we are in the age of information and attention. And if you have attention, you will sell your product. Doesn't matter if you book people on a call, if you send them through a funnel that is a 1 out of 10, or send them from a funnel of 10 out of 10. If you have 1 million followers, you will make money. You will change people's lives. You will raise money for that charity. You will do good with that money. And the thing that I really want people to understand is that if you don't master content, you're not going to grow on social media. You're not just going to have people flooding to your page unless you're posting consistent, high quality content. But if you understand that and you become obsessed with it, and that is the main takeaway I want from people to get from this podcast, is if you become obsessed with it and you master it, all your goals of success will be obtainable. All your goals of being proud of yourself because you are changing lives and inspiring people will be obtainable. All your goals of the money, the cars, everything you want. You want to have the best body ever. With money, you can hire a personal trainer. With money, you can hire somebody to cook you the most nutritional food out there. But you need to have eyeballs. You need to have an audience. And if you do that, you will get to your goals faster. Some people are building it without an audience, yes. But if you want to impact the world in the way that I know you want to impact the world, you did not come here to play small. God did not put you on earth to play small and talk to 5 people on your social media. You deserve a platform. If you are here with a purpose and you show up and you help people, you deserve to have a platform. Not these OnlyFans, no offense, but not people that are maybe, using their platform to get, I'm just going to be honest, people that are using their platform to get men for money to show off their bodies. Do what you got to do, boo. Not my cup of tea, but I believe people that have something worthy to say, that want to inspire change, that want to help people. I believe that people that are into philanthropy should have a bigger platform than people that are just like shaking their ass on social media. That's my truth. And to do that, you need eyeballs, you need to grow, and you need to master content. So important.
All I know is you just sold the fucking dream, man, right there. That's the dream that everybody wants. That's the dream that everybody's thinking about. I mean, let's be honest. People want money. People want financial independence. People want the nice car. They want the nice house. They want the freedom of time and money. They want to travel. They want to see the world. They want to experience new things. And I'm telling you, I can't even imagine what my business would look like today had I had social media back my first, my first 10 years in business, if not a little bit longer. We didn't have social media. So this is unbelievable, the opportunities that are sitting in front of people that are not taking advantage of it. They're playing small. Because look, I look at somebody, let's just look at anybody that has 1 million followers, how you're able to take a very, very small percentage of that. Not everybody has to love you, but out of 1 million followers, let's just say that you had 10,000 people that thought you were pretty amazing out of 1 million followers, right? It's just a little percentage of people. imagine how much money if each person gave you $100, 10,000 people just gave you $100. I don't even know how much that is, but 10,000, let's see. If 10,000 people just gave you $100 times 100, that's $1 million. Look at that. That's $1 million. So what's happening is that a lot of people don't recognize that having 1 million followers actually means something.
Yes.
It means something. Yes. It means a lot of money. It means a lot of, and which everybody knows I love passive income. Like that's everything to me. I mean, passive income, cash flow, that's all I think about every single day, just every day. Want to make sure that there's cash flow coming in consistently. And as long as that happens, and as long as that's continuing to grow, everybody's happy. Everybody's good. Everybody wants that. And you can have it too if you just get your mind right, if you get your content right, and get your beliefs right, get your, you get your life right. All of that is completely possible. You just got to make some decisions. Hey, Brittany, this has been unbelievable. It's been exciting. Again, like I said, the most exciting podcast I've ever had in all these years. Absolutely. Okay. So tell us how to get in touch with you. Tell us where to DM you. Tell us about any websites you have. Tell us about anything you got going on, because we want to know you. My audience wants to know you. They want to get to know you. They want to be friends with you. They want to, get coached by you, or maybe you can inspire them, or whatever it is. Tell us what's up.
Yes. And so just to wrap, you guys, thank you for that. I really want to hone in on this point. Everything that you want, and it's okay to talk about money, power, success, and likes, okay? People villainize it. They're like, oh, you shouldn't chase money. Oh, you shouldn't care about likes. You should care about X, Y, Z. I'm sorry, but I'm a realist, and I'm just going to speak the truth right now. Most people I know that are trying to grow a business care about money, success, power, likes. And it's just the truth. I don't know many people that are like, oh no, I'm actually trying to decrease my followers. Actually, I'm trying to decrease my bank account. Okay. Let's be real. That is what most people do desire. And with being real about that, let's also connect the dots. If you want that stuff, that lies in mastering personal branding on social media. If you master a personal brand on social media, everything that you desire can be possible. All the money you will make from growing your brand, all of the rooms that you want to walk in, that you don't have a seat at that table yet. If you had 1 million followers, let me be the first to tell you the seats and the tables that you want to sit at are going to have your name right in front of you. The opportunities that you dream of, the stages. You want to be on some of the biggest stages in the world? Who do you think are on the biggest stages in the world? People with a massive personal brand. Yes, they have to know what they're talking about, but the people with the brand are getting the opportunities that you want. And what does that mean? You have to start showing up more on social media. You have to start posting consistently. You have to become obsessed with creating content. You see my phone right here? I am literally recording on my phone so I can repurpose the content on my social media after I just had my full-time videographer come in here and take footage of me behind the scenes after I'm going to be repurposing this content. Why? Because I am obsessed with content, because I know content is king. Content gets eyeballs. Content is what is going to allow me to go out there and change the world. And that is why I'm doing this. I really genuinely care about impacting people's lives. So if that's something that you want to do, you want to make money, you want to change lives. My why, I haven't even talked about it, is truly to be able to help people and help animals. I have a little mini dog charity and I volunteer every single Sunday. And that's what I want to do with my life, is be a philanthropist. But I can't be a philanthropist unless I have millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in the bank account, which I technically have in assets right now, but I want liquid cash. And so my point is, everything that you want, everything you dream of, everything you desire is on the other side of you working hard and mastering personal branding. So take this seriously. Rewind this episode, listen to it twice, go on ChatGPT, go on YouTube, do whatever you need to do to learn about how to blow up your brand. Follow me on social media because this is what I teach. I want to get you in the right mindset. If I can get you in the right mindset to take this seriously, guess what? Your actions are going to align. If I can get you in the right mindset that, holy crap, what a wake-up call this podcast has been. I need to start taking my social media more seriously. Guess what? You are going to create a new identity. And this is so important. This is so important. With a new identity, one that actually sees the importance of social media, one that actually values the importance of creating powerful content consistently on social media. With that new identity, your actions are going to align with it. You're going to start showing up. You're going to start getting excited to post because you have a new identity. I used to dread posting content. I didn't post for a couple years. I might have posted less than a dozen pieces of content in a couple years because I hated creating content. I thought it was time consuming. I thought it was so much effort. But when I switched my mindset to get excited about social media, when I switched my mindset and I was able to see that everything that I dream of, the impact, the philanthropy, the success that I desired is going to come from building the biggest, most impactful, powerful personal brand. All my actions were in alignment with that. Everything changed. My mindset changed. My consistency changed. My excitement towards posting changed to now I am obsessed and I love creating content. New identity equals a new habits. That is so powerful. And if you have one takeaway from this podcast, and it is that everything in your life will change and your dreams will come true. So if you guys want to learn more, this is what I teach. People hire me to help them blow up their personal brand. Yeah, let's get your mindset right. But then let's also help you with the things that you need to do to build social proof, to get you the opportunities. And that's what I love doing, is helping people blow up their personal brand. So if this is something you're interested in doing, send me a message on Instagram at Brittany Michalchuk. DM me the word branding and I'd love to connect with you and see if there's an opportunity there. And let's grow our brands together. We can have everything we want in the world because when good people make money, they do good things. And I just think we need to normalize talking about success and not villainizing talking about success. So that's something I'm really passionate about. And this was such a fun podcast. Thank you so much for having me on. This has been such a blast and I'm so excited to see the episode.
Yes, it's going to be a great episode. You were amazing. I mean, you really were amazing. And for everybody that's watching, listening, as always, make sure you do me a huge favor. Reach out to Brittany and just say, hey, I saw you, or I heard you on Wealth on the Beach podcast with Daniel Alonzo. Just let her know that she's pretty damn special. Give her a little shout out, share some of her content. Just let her know that you appreciate her time and her effort and her willingness to be open and honest and give us so much energy. Just remember, like, I don't think a lot of people realize, energy is a frequency, man. I mean, you give energy, you give yourself to other people. And when people do that, appreciate them for that. It's not easy to stay up. I mean, we've been doing this. I
get exhausted.
Man, we're on. We're after it. We're fired up. When you have that, I just think it's so important that you let those people know that they're special, they're important, and they're appreciated. And with that said, everybody, continue to dream bigger than ever. You got to get after it. You know what I'm talking about. You need to work. I mean, all this excitement and motivation means nothing without hard work, without putting in the action and the focus and the determination and that courage to do it, even though you don't feel like doing it, but to do it anyways. And then most importantly, do it now. God bless you. We will see all of you at the top.